What if I told you Bitcoin started out at less than 20 cents and in its first major run-up hit $100, $500, and $1,000 before going into a long extended bear market? What if I told you Ethereum also started out at less than 20 cents and in its first major run-up hit $100, $500, and $1,000 before going into a long extended bear market? Now this is where it gets really interesting. What if I told you that Ethereum hit those targets of $100, $500, and $1,000 30% faster than Bitcoin did? Now this is where it gets really interesting. What if I told you that after that $1,000 in the long extended bear market, Ethereum is right on schedule with its $2,000? And here's where it gets very interesting. Does Ethereum have $10,000 and $20,000 in its cards? Well, in today's video, this is a realistic price prediction for Ethereum, explaining, is this even possible, 10,000 and 20,000? And how far ahead of schedule is Ethereum? And most importantly, what is realistic for Ethereum in this market cycle? Welcome back if you are returning. If you're new, welcome in. If you want to have less stress and more success, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on that bell, and hit that thumbs up button. Did you press that button? Hit that subscribe button right now. Let's jump straight into it. This is where it's really fascinating. And I have your attention now, right? This is where it gets really interesting. We're going to break out each component, the $100 milestone, 500, 1,000. We're going to talk about how many days for each, and we're going to look at only the facts in the charts. In this channel, we take a big picture approach. We look at only the facts in the charts and not our emotional opinions. You're going to need to buckle up. This is where things get really heated. Now, take a look at the market structure here. Bitcoin started out at less than 20 cents, right? We had its first parabolic run, ended with a short correction, right? And it took quite a while to get back above that all-time high. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum had its first parabolic run, and then it kind of consolidated, moved sideways for quite a while before it got back above that all-time high. And that second parabolic run is where we did 100, 500, 1,000. Same with Bitcoin. Right after that final plummet in prices, the consolidation, the building of the market structure, that's where we hit the 100, 500, and 1,000. But the thing that's really key is that $100 milestone. It took Bitcoin 994 days to hit that 100 milestone. And I'll show you right here. Just from candle 1 into that $100, just about 994 days to hit that $100 milestone. The key is Ethereum has that same structure where it's parabolic run, market consolidation, building structure, but here's where the difference is. Ethereum, it didn't take Ethereum 1,000 days. It took Ethereum 651 days. It did it roughly 30% faster than Bitcoin. Now you may say, okay, that's one data point. How about the 500 milestone? 500 milestone, Bitcoin, it took 1,218 days to reach that. And in the same breath, it took Ethereum 861 days. You can see that Ethereum was moving at a faster clip, specifically around this first big wave of Ethereum's life. And if we want to break out what's a realistic price prediction for Ethereum, we've got to look at all the facts. We have to look at all the angles. Right now, Ethereum's at $2,378, captivating the world, still in the number 2 spot, holding the number 2 spot for an extended period of time. In the last run, XRP took that number 2 spot just momentarily before Ethereum regained it. So Ethereum, for the better part of several years, has been the number 2 cryptocurrency on planet Earth. But what I've discovered is a fascinating similarity between the movements of Bitcoin and the movements of Ethereum. And this is what we're going to dive into deep into this video. So looking at the facts, and I've got all the facts here for you, we're going to do a projection of, can Ethereum reach 10,000? Can Ethereum reach 20,000? And if so, when? So this market cycle is what we're focusing on. And now that we're building up that momentum for that first wave that Bitcoin had, take a look at what I'm going to show you next. What I want you to do is draw your attention to that 1K mark. And from this 1K mark with Bitcoin, you know that we went into a long extended bear market. But how long was it between the 1K and the 2K, right? So that's what we're going to look at, both for Ethereum and Bitcoin, to see if there are similarities and can we learn from that, right? With Bitcoin, we're talking about roughly a little over 1,000 days, right? A little over 1,000 days from this 1K top to get to 2K. Why is that important? Well, this was the first real bear market of Bitcoin's life. And this was the period of 2013 until 2017, okay? Now, Ethereum. So Ethereum had the same structure, parabolic run, build structure, 100, 500, 1K bear market. Now let's look, draw your attention right here. The 1K, we're gonna take a measured move from here to 2K and see, are we on schedule? Is it relatively similar? Because now we're talking about 2018 to 2021, where Bitcoin was 2013 to 2017. Again, this is where things start to get fascinating, and I'm starting to geek out a little bit with the charts. I love the charts, so I hope you do as well. But take a look. So with Ethereum, we know that Bitcoin was around 1,000 days, right? Ethereum, to go from 1,000 to 2,000, again, a little over 1,000 days. We're right on schedule. We are right on schedule. It took Bitcoin a little over 1,000 days to go from 1,000 to 2,000, and look at what Bitcoin did next. In consecutive order, 2K, 10K, 20K, in that same parabolic run during the bull run, just as it did 100, 500, 1K. Now, this is where things start to get interesting because we're at 2K now, and the question becomes, what is realistic? Now, let's use our judgment and understand one key concept. These first three data points, 100, 500, 1K, we achieved roughly 30% faster for Ethereum. Things got a little bit different with this second section, this second wave here. So far we just have one data point, the 2K. We know that Bitcoin reached the 2K in a total of 2,499 days, right? We did the measure from 1K to 2K, but I'll just show you here. From inception to 2K is roughly that 2,500 days, right? But Ethereum was no longer moving 30% faster. Now it's moving roughly 20% faster. So this is where it gets really interesting. And this is where it throws a monkey wrench into this potential equation of 10 and 20K. We were moving 30% faster through here, Ethereum was. And now we're moving roughly 20% faster. We're slowing some, albeit still faster than Bitcoin, but we are slowing. Now, what I want to do is really dive into this next phase, because this is where it gets really, really key, this 10K and 20K, because we have the days here and we have our projections based on math here, and that's where we're going to get into it. But I first want to announce something that's significantly more important that will really affect your life. I've been in the trading game for roughly 20 years, and I've taken all of my knowledge, all of my mistakes, all of my successes, condensed it down into the most game-changing courses in crypto, hands down. Nothing competes with our courses. Our courses have changed more lives than any of the courses out there. Go get your course right now, because right now it's 50% off. Limited time only to celebrate this bull run. You're feeling the celebration. I want you to go in, dive into these courses. This will be the single best decision you make in crypto. CryptoCareerUniversity.com. The link is down below, and you're going to click right here to sign up. It's that easy. And you're going to get the custom indicator, my custom built indicator, which gets trade alerts to your phone or your email. You're going to get the courses to walk you from step one all the way through to be a professional trader. You're going to get game-changing strategies, a ton of bonuses, and then you get direct connection to me for lifetime email support. And if you want to read anything more, click here. Go sign up right now. Limited time only, 50% off. Go scoop up your courses. And I do have an announcement later in the program about scholarships and a really heartwarming story that you're going to want to stick around for. Now let's get back to the good stuff. Back to the good stuff. I want to talk about 10K and 20K, because now it becomes, hey, Steve, are you crazy? Is 10K and 20K actually possible? That's the question I want to discuss. Let me discuss first the 5K, right? I do believe that 5K is definitely doable for Ethereum for this market cycle, okay? Now, I know there's going to be a lot of predictions out there. Ethereum's going to go to 100K and 200K and 75K this cycle. And all of those things are great. If we did those titles, I'm sure way more people would click on them, but we're not interested in that. We're interested in what's realistic. I do believe 5K is definitely realistic. Now let's get to 10K. 10K, Bitcoin, again, had this major run up, long extended bear market, 2K, 10K, 20K. It did 10K in 2,695 days. Now, the fun part. If we projected, because we were about 30% faster here, so far we're 20% faster. If Ethereum was 20% faster getting to 2K and 20% faster getting to 10K, it would project Ethereum reaching this milestone of 10K in 2,156 days. Remember that number, 2,156 days. We're going to go over here to Ethereum and project out, if it were to correlate with this chart, 2,156 days, where would that leave us? It would leave us exactly right here. On June 28th, 2021, Ethereum could potentially have a chance to reach 10K. I know that sounds absurd. That's just a handful of months from now. But if we were to proceed on the same parabolic run that Bitcoin has had, repeating the same history and structure, again, this is not one data point that we're comparing here. We're comparing Ethereum had a parabolic run, it had a large correction, a consolidation, a building of market structure, and then 100, 500, 1K, long extended bear market, 2K, which is the exact same structure that Bitcoin has had. And we're on schedule so far with 2K. 10K seems like it's right around the corner. Now, this is where things get interesting. If Ethereum were to reach some extraordinary number like 10K, it would have to put Bitcoin roughly around 120,000 to 150,000. Now, in order for that to happen, we're going to need to do a video on Bitcoin and for a realistic price prediction for Bitcoin. Let me know in the comments down below if you want that. But Bitcoin would have to reach, in order for the market caps to be, because nobody's going to overtake Bitcoin. Let's be realistic here. Ethereum may come up and test the market cap level of Bitcoin in this bull run, which would surprise a lot of folks. I wouldn't be surprised about that. But in terms of taking market share and being number one, Ethereum is not going to surpass Bitcoin in this market cycle. In future market cycles, we'll potentially do another video on that because that's a more longer term approach. But here's what I would say. In order for Bitcoin to get up to $120,000, $150,000, a few key components would have to happen. And if it does, Ethereum will have no trouble reaching 10K and being right on schedule with its 10K in that, what did we say, June, July-ish area, right? Now, here's where it gets really interesting because Bitcoin went from 10K to 20K almost in the blink of an eye, just as it went from 2K to 10K almost in the blink of an eye. Because when you're in that hyper cycle, when you're in that parabolic cycle, when you're in that blow off top, when you're in the bull market of the bull market, that pure euphoria, the market moves faster than you can imagine, but it ends quicker than you thought. Keep that in mind. That's a quote to write down and keep by your computer. It's going to move faster than you think, and it's going to end sooner than you think. Okay? Now, for it to reach 20K, and again, Bitcoin went from 10 to 20 really fast, here's what I'll say, and we'll do another projection, and then I'll talk about my honest opinion, right? So you can see it took Bitcoin 2,709 days to go from that less than 20 cents up to $20,000, which seems absurd. But again, Ethereum, if it were to continue with this roughly 20% faster, it would reach in 2,168 days, which is only a handful of days more than it went from 10K. So it's basically saying, look, in 12 days, it's gonna go from 10K to 20K, which sounds absurd, but when you're in that hyper cycle, it's not absurd, okay? So 10 further days still puts us in June, July, right? Now, this is what I would say. If Ethereum were to reach something like a 20K in this market cycle, Bitcoin would have to be around 200K. It would have to be. And everything is really dependent on Bitcoin and how long Bitcoin remains in the game. But to summarize, I would say Ethereum, realistically, 5K is definitely within reach. I think 5K would be fairly easy. for Ethereum to achieve. I think the big milestone would be, could Ethereum get to a price of roughly 20K with having Bitcoin be roughly 200K? And I think that 10K milestone is achievable. It's a little bit out of reach, but with this hyper cycle, it all comes down to how long this bull market is going to last, really. And if we're on schedule, as we have been with this chart in front of us, Ethereum should reach 20K. It sounds absurd. It sounds absolutely absurd that Ethereum could go from $2,385 up to 20, but in a hyper cycle, it's possible. It's possible. Do I think Ethereum could get above 20K? No. I think it's slim to none. I do think it's not more probable than less probable than 20K. If I were to call it a number, it's a 50-50 if we reach 20K, right? We're supposed to, according to this chart, but that's an absurd number, okay? Can we reach 20K or 10K? I think it's a little bit more probable, but it's still a long shot, right? That's still a long ways out. But I wanted to illustrate this chart because this is a chart maybe you haven't seen the information and data presented in such a clean and clear way. And that's why you're going to subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. Throw a thumbs up on this video. Share it with everyone who likes Ethereum. And I have a real strong feel-good story about scholarships and about things that are going to make you really smile about crypto. So I'm going to get to that in just a moment. Let me know your Ethereum prediction down below in the comments. We're going to be keeping up to date on this. It really depends on the length of this bull market, and we'll be keeping you up to date if we're on schedule with these data points, because I'm sure you're going to be begging for it. So let me know that in the comments down below as well. If you haven't done so already, go get your courses. 50% off, limited time only, game-changing courses to help you right there. I'm talking to you. Go change your life. You want financial freedom. You want to take care of your family better than you have been. You want more success. Go get these courses. This will be the single best thing you've ever done. Simple, clean, and clear information. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. The link is down below. Click right here to get your courses. It's going to come with all of this and some other perks, right? The gold bundle, game changing. It's going to have the hybrid indicator, the custom one. Indicators, trade alerts right to your phone and your email, and all of these bonuses. So go get that right now. And if you want to watch another one of our realistic predictions, we did one on our XRP. I'll pop that up right here. There'll be a little bit of question mark that comes up. You can click on that. It'll take you to the video. And now, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up. Now let's get to a feel-good story. I want to tell you about a student named, I think his YouTube name is Jigs, but his name is Justin. Justin is a student of mine. This gives me chills to even talk about. Justin, like many students, so if you're a student right now, comment down below with what the courses have helped you do. Before courses, what was life like in crypto? After courses, what has life like been in crypto? But one particular student named Justin, who I'm sure is going to be in the comments, he's a game changer. He's incredible. He had so much success with our courses that he bought courses for a scholarship program. He had so much success that he's like, Steve, I've had so much success with your courses. I want to give back. I love that you give back. I want to buy courses for a student in need. And we found a student, we connected with them through email, and now they're becoming friends, which is super cool. And then recently, Justin approached again, and he said, look, I'm just having so much success with your courses. I want to buy a second program for another student in need. And I thought this was just incredible. Incredible. I get chills just talking about it. I love to give back, and people in our community love to give back as well. And this is a student getting thousands and thousands of dollars of programs because he believes in it so much. He took the program, it changed his life. He wants to help change other lives. So I read this story and I thought, this is incredible. I want to match it. Meaning Justin's getting courses for somebody, I want to match it. But not with one, I want three. So he bought 2 people courses, and now we're hooking them up and getting those people in need those courses. I want to do 6 from CCU, 3 for each one that he did. And I would challenge anyone in the community. You guys achieved a lot of success, whether you're in my courses or not. If you want to give back, you can write me an email. If you want to be a part of this, write me an email, and we can have you set up to buy one of the courses and give it to a person in need, and all match 3 on top of that. So essentially, if you buy one, we're giving away 4. 4 people will get the courses. So it's going to be something that hopefully will change our community. There's a lot of people in need, single moms, single dads, people that have a disability, people that were just destroyed by coronavirus, lost everything. I want to help people in need turn everything around. So if you have achieved success, whether you're in my program or not, and you want to be a participant in this, email me, info@cryptocreauniversity.com. If you get courses for 1 person, I'll do 3 on top of that. So essentially you are getting courses for 4 people. It'll be pretty cool. Let me know if you want to be a part of that. Shout out to Justin. Wow. That takes a special person. That takes a real good-hearted person to do that for someone that they don't even know. And now they're getting to know through email. So props to Justin. Shout out to you. Keep rocking it out. Keep tearing it up. And I hope there's many more people like you in the world. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. We'll see you right back here in the next video.
I realized that I definitely didn't know enough.
And I lost some money.
I was trading primarily with emotions and I was losing bad.
And I've made money back.
I made back what I spent on the course times 3.
And I was making more money than they were.